meeting awesome, awesome people, and I'm excited about it. I'm connecting and building relationships. It's expanding my mind and diversifying me in so many ways for all of the different gifts and talents that I see people have. So I'm really excited about
And
it.
you came from Martha, right? Did she get you to come? Was that right?
Yeah, Martha invited me. Yes, and I wasn't gonna come. We both laugh at that today when when I because Martha literally started inviting me like that July,
Hmm.
and I kept telling her no, I'm not going. No, I don't know, Elisa. My schedule is too busy. I have so much travel, and I had 100 different reasons why I just simply was not going to go. And literally that September, and the event was in that October, I just felt this unction. And I trust my inner man. I trust my faith. And I was like, okay, I need to go.
That's my inner man. That's a great phrase.
Yeah, I do.
I
I
like
do.
it. I like it.
Yeah. And so I was like, hey, I'm going to go. And of course, she was super surprised, like, really? Like, you're really going to go? And I said, yep, I know I've been saying no for like months, but I'm going to go. I'll see you there. And I Googled Lisa's name. I watched one video of her and I was like, oh, okay, she's a sales lady. Okay. Like, and I said, I'm sure I'll learn something. And that was it. The rest is history. I got there and realized she was more than a
And
sales lady.
this was in Fort Lauderdale, right?
No, this was
Oh, this is
um
Vegas.
LA.
LA. Yeah.
Yeah, this is LA. And just just it just she rocked my world on that one. And it really wasn't as much as her message as it was divine timing for questions that I were seeking answers for. How does all of the things I've touched in life, how does it come together? And it was at that event, it just came together like a puzzle. I was like, I get it. I finally get it.
Yes.
This is where all of the pieces come together. And it was such a convicting message that I remember going back to the hotel. It's like 11 p.m. I'm calling my husband. He's on another time zone. And I'm like, hey, I met this lady. Her name is Lisa. And, she started with 2 kids in tow and blah, blah, blah. I need to sign up. And it's 22,000. He was like, stop it. What did you just say?
Yeah.
So I laughed.
I thought it was my wedding pictures that swung the deal.
Oh my gosh, your wedding pictures played a great part in it. Because all of you guys lined up on the, you know what? You and oh, I hope I can remember her name. Noelle. I can
Yes.
so see myself in Noelle because I was ready to leave corporate, and um uh, just all of everyone's testimonial was so real, and it was just your genuine experience. It was just really, really good.
That's great.
So
That's
here
great.
we are. Yeah.
So I remember you talking and you said that you had some website people and you'd just given it to them and you're waiting to see what they came back with. Because I looked
Mhm.
on your website this morning and it's just a one page, right?
It's just a one page. So I will share with you what they sent back to me. So I didn't give them a go ahead. I didn't say no and I didn't say yes either. I just said I need to sit with this. So they actually sent me some mock-ups and said, "Hey, what do you think?" Let me close out some of the stuff. I got all kinds of stuff open today. And I just I just literally sat with it for a while. Can you still hear me?
Yeah, I can. Yeah. I'm listening
Okay.
already. Just cleaning my
All
glasses.
right. So
I can see even
let
better.
me show you
Yeah.
what they came back with. Here. I'm just going to share my whole screen. All right. So this is the first email that kind of saying, do you like the colors? Do you like the layout? Totally different than what I was thinking we were going to go with. And I wasn't sure because it was different.
I like it. I like it.
You like
You're
it?
obviously appealing to a female audience, right? That's
Yes.
your client. I know you said you were still trying to work out your exact client, but
But
it looks
I'm
good.
pretty sure I'm going to work with women. That's where I am right now. And I reserve the right to change it in the future.
My
So,
mission, no more walls. Oh, I don't know. I mean, you guys are just all about building a wall right now, aren't you?
I laugh when I see that now. I'm like, oh, in our political climate, no more walls. That could mean so many things.
But let's get to work, inspire, ignite, impact. I like it.
You like it?
Help
All
you.
right. And then she sent me, let's see. So these are like these are just little more close up. But I'm going to go in and do some things like, I feel like it's too many words.
There's a lot of words.
Yeah, it's a lot of words. But I know what they did. They just plugged in some verbiage that I sent them.
Yeah.
And it's too much for this place. And it's just the first cut at it. So I just need to go in, take that out. My question, I think, that I had, Jonathan, was, like when I look at a page like this, would this appeal if I wanted to step into a corporate setting? Do the colors appeal? Is it universal? Do I have to create something else? Because see, this is more edgy. And I had
I have
pictures.
two monitors, so I'm looking on the second monitor in case you're wondering what I'm doing. But yeah.
Okay, that's okay. I had pictures and images that were a little less edgy, you know.
I mean, that's a power shot. I mean, your eyes just, I mean, there's so much depth in those eyes. The cardigan that you're wearing, the blue fur, I mean, I love it. Is it very corporate? Maybe, maybe not. But then, you know, if you're coming and you're a breakout expert and you're showing people how to be different and find their truth, I mean, it's stunning. I mean, I love the blue.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it's okay.
Okay.
I think I would. I mean, the ultimate prison break.
We're gonna change that one. That's no longer called that anymore.
Okay. No more wall break. I think what I would say is something towards the top, saying America's leading breakout expert. I've spent 25 years in corporate, and I know how to do what you need. Something like that.
Okay.
Rather than just the breakout expert, I mean, what Lisa says, you know, like assume the throne, you know, crown yourself. So maybe even you are America's breakout expert. I mean, why not? Just see if nobody else is calling themselves that, and just, you know, when you say business life coach, I would say I spent, you know, from however long you're in corporate. How long were you in corporate?
For about 15 years.
Okay.
I'm still hanging out a little bit.
So you just say for the past 15 years, I've lived in the corporate jungle, and I know how difficult it is to break out. My expertise will help your tribe or whatever that might be, because you're not trying to get people to leave their jobs if you're getting into corporate. You're getting into corporate to help them build teams, right?
No, so let me tell you. So this is what's really interesting. I thought this was really interesting, the dynamic of how I'm being pursued. So when I really think about my ideal client, it was the woman who was facing transition in any area of life, business, career, or personal. What is it that's holding you back? Let's clarify for you your truth so that we can get you to what you really want. And the clients that I started to attract were in all areas, from marriage to I'm stuck because I need more cash flow from my business to I want to make a career change. I started to see some of everything. What I really loved is that it proved to me I had a solid system because I used the same system for everybody and I saw results for everyone. So I was like, yes, nail that part. But then my phone started ringing from people who knew me from other areas saying, would you like to come in and do a corporate workshop? And I had not considered corporate. I just didn't consider it.
Mhm.
And I said, well, tell me what you're looking for. And they were like, well, we looked at your information about breaking out. We want some things on diversity. We saw a video that you did on emotional and worth intelligence. We thought that would be great. These are just things I'm creating. I'm building a plan and supply it.
Love
And
it.
I go, okay. So, and I realized then later, I was like, okay, this is no different than the experts I would bring in to do strength finders or emotional intelligence or DISC assessments, helping people get to the next level in their teams or management. And hence my question, if I sent a corporate exec to my page and I had a program for them, would it look attractive?
I think it could. I think you're onto something. I love the header, but I think your designed to transform millions of lives by empowering is not going to. If it's a HR manager or a corporate executive who's looking to hire you either individually or for their team, the messaging is nowhere near close. But
okay, and they plug that in there, so I can change that. Okay,
it could be, but I mean this would be fine for an individual entrepreneur. But I don't think it would hit the spot in corporate at all. But it's not that you're far away. It's just really how you say it.
Okay.
Craft that message, I would say.
All right, awesome.
Yeah, I mean, I could show you one. If you stop sharing, I'll show you. I'll share one back. This is one we're just finishing for a lady. You might even recognize her face. Jennifer, and she's in Sassy. She's in her second year. Her name is Jennifer Hines. So, and she works in Chicago. So that's this Chicago background. We just rebranded her with this. And obviously she's super corporate. She's a very high ticket sales trainer. She's been an action coach. So for her, it's probably gone more the other way, but very clear headlines.
Yes.
Are you tired? Do you need it? High producer.
Yes.
This is all the PS piece. And she's done this for 30-something years. She was Black & Decker's first female sales rep.
Love it.
On the road. And all of these pieces are exactly her program. So this is super corporate. She does not go to the entrepreneur at all. But she's got multi-million-dollar clients. And, when you look at about Jennifer Page here, it's yeah, I mean, that's a family that's, they have a boathouse, a dog, she plays golf. I mean, these are all her elements, but we put it in very much, there's no fluff, but straight to the point. This is what she feels her ideal client would want to see.
I like that.
Whereas somebody like, Donna, I mean, she's in corporate too. She's a former Sassy from a few years back. She's quite interesting. She lives in Florida, but she loves to ski. So her happy place is on a snowboard, and most of her dealings are done in Aspen or Vail or somewhere like that, where she works with corporate executives and they ski together and they do après ski. So what we did here is very, very different, very much based on a mountain theme, very much based around her academy, but lots of outdoor stuff, because that's what I mean, Donna's in her 60s, but she is super out there. And this is a very different look from a big screen perspective, but her ideal client is female, they're in the IT industry, and she works with them to really get to the pinnacle of their career. And when we did this was really taking people on a journey for what it might look like. And these are the type of clients that she has and she comes in to speak at, but super different, but totally features her passion. And so every time we build a site, we get to know the personality of somebody, and then we really try and really nail it down. Dory Class?
Yeah, I know Dory.
Don't tell, okay? This isn't live yet.
All right.
It's almost live. It should be live. She's just such a blessed perfectionist. But then this is Dory's site. And again, she works in corporate. She's very much a mentorship coach in transition for people who really have just got too much life going on, but all their life really is work. And what she tries to do is like, you've worked hard, you've created a great career, you know, but there's more to life in terms of the balance piece. So this, I mean, this isn't quite finished. You know, we need to drop some more stuff in, but this is very much Dory, and we created a lot of videos that Debbie and I built with her and talked it all through. So
this is really nice, because I'm going to tell you, as soon as you landed on this page, it felt calming.
Yeah.
Very calming. And that really speaks to what Dory does and bringing that balance in. So that was like.
That was a plan. Yeah. This was, she went into town, and this was a church that she walked past, and a beautiful door and beautiful stone wall. And we just, obviously she's in Arizona, but we just managed to get some great, this is her yard, and she has this labyrinth of stone in her backyard, but very much picturing, you know, just who she is and, you know, what she does, you know. So it's very personal to Dory. She's not selling into corporate. She's definitely selling into men and women, but very much on a one-to-one selling basis. And yeah, so that's, I mean, that's the kind of thing that we do when we get to know someone. So your personality is there, the messaging can come out with it, and then yeah, you're way on the way. It's exciting. One thing I would say, just a little tip, because when I was on your Facebook, so we're friends on Facebook, and I love this. But when it says you're the owner at the Aaron Alexander Company, which I would think would be your business page,
I need to take that down.
There's nothing there.
I need to take that down. Let me tell you why. So the AAC is a mother company, and unless you go into like our state records, I really need to take it down, because we have, if you go to restremains.com, that's our product. My name is not attached to it like anywhere in the world. I got to give it to you. That's our funeral programs that we do. We have a restaurant. I have the coaching now. And the AAC is where everything falls under that umbrella, and I need to take that down.
You do.
And I noticed the other day that I needed to take it down because people have started clicking on it because I'm posting more coaching and people are trying to figure out who I am. So I need to have everything going to owner at yolandahaywood.com.
Yeah, but do you have a business page for that as well on Facebook?
Or my coaching? Yeah, at Yolanda Haywood.
Well, just change the link and make your employer that business page.
Mm-hmm.
Super easy fix.
I'll get that done today. I meant to do it the other day.
I think that'll help.
So, and the other, Jonathan, the other website, this one has been a bust. This one has been a real, it's been a bust.
What is it?
This restremains.com. I'll show you.
Oh yeah, no, I got it. I already got it here.
This has been a bust, and I'm gonna come back to it probably before the year ends, but I don't love it. I haven't seen what I wanted to see from it. I also haven't promoted it, so I got to take ownership there. I got more business by word of mouth than ever from this website. I'm still getting word of mouth and not anything driven to the website.
So this is where someone goes to you and they print the order of service or something for a funeral?
Yeah, if they want a custom program, which is a really big market where, really big market in a couple of states that I'm plugged into.
I can imagine.
People come and they tell me the story of their loved one's life, and they want a custom program to really speak to their life. Yes. So whatever their story, whatever the background, we get to know them in that interview, and we create it.
Oh yeah, I get the thing that would worry me was quite often funerals when someone dies, to the funeral could literally be the space of a week, right? Mm-hmm. So if I was looking at this and think, well, that would be great if I had the time, but probably I wouldn't have the time because the funeral might be the next week. So if your messaging was just like, we get that time is of the essence and we can turn these around really fast, so you'll have them delivered on time. I think if you added that messaging to this, I think that would be a home run straight out the gate.
Yeah. Okay. Because that messaging is buried in there. It's somewhere.
And to me, that should be huge, front and center. We get that this is urgent. We've tooled our system so that we can turn this around so fast and get it to your doorstep in time.
Okay.
I think if you did that, you'd be in great shape.
All right. Thanks.
My dad, God, I have my dad's liver service right here. I mean, that,
Yeah.
that terrible. Really. I mean, but you know, that's how it's in England. I mean, it's
Mm-hmm.
just words of the hymns and a couple of pictures on the back, and
Yep.
that was it, really. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
oh, terrible,
And
really.
that's usually it here until someone sees something different. And I was amazed. I really started doing it as a hobby.
Yeah.
And it grew well past a hobby.
Oh, I can see that.
And I went from people wanting a few more pictures of colors to people wanting full spread magazines and investing
Wow.
thousands and thousands of dollars into these programs. And I mean, we figured out a system to get them turned around, and we have printing relationships in multiple places in multiple states where we get priority printing. And it works. It really works. Now, I really need to refocus and promote the site, change some of that wording, to get that going a little bit more so that it's a real avenue.
I mean, to me, the caption around that, I mean, Rest Remains, it's okay as a business name, but you know, just articulating we know how much you miss your loved one, and you want to create something that is fitting to everybody who's coming to pay their respects and celebrate their life. We got it. Not only that, we're going to get it to you in time. So let's talk. I mean, that kind of messaging, I think, would be really powerful.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Hey, that's what I do. I'm a
Yes,
storyteller. And I cry a lot.
I've heard nothing but great stories about what you do.
I just love to help people. It's great. And,
Crying is great. I think all men should cry.
I was with Lisa in Orange County last weekend, and her and I just sat for 10 minutes, and we just talked about my story, and I cried again. I can't help it. It's just transformed my family life so much in 3 years.
How long were you in business before you started with Lisa and Sassy?
Well, in some ways, I've always had my own business since I was like 16. I've always had a side entrepreneur gig.
Mm-hmm.
I left corporate in 2000. Well, I went into the nonprofit world for a couple of years, and then we moved to Canada in 2002. I went back into a corporate sales job for another 2 years and decided, this is not my life. You know, I have way more ideas than this company can handle. So I set up my own practice in 2004. And from 2004 to 2008, I was doing about 100K a year, I should say, a month. So it was okay, but it wasn't spectacular. And then 2008-9, which was terrible for everybody, was my rebuild year, because I had an accident and I had to have some major surgery in my neck and had to start again, which is how I started to get into social media, because I was so injured that all I could do was stay at home and recover. So that's how I got into social media in 2009. And I started to grow my business. And by 2015, I was in the mid 300s. Mm-hmm. And I couldn't get past that. I just, what I tried, I just couldn't get past mid 300s. And 3 years in a row. So that's when I joined Sassy in the fall of 2015. And then by 2016, I did almost as much in 1 month than I did in 6 months.
Wow.
And the last 2 years, we've been way over seven figures.
And what's the big transformation, the Speak to Sell?
I definitely got my Speak to Sell talk better. I think my biggest transformation was I changed my stage. I went from selling locally to individual businesses and having a physical meetup and just being the go-to marketing expert and social media expert in my city to being that same person but in the world. Yeah. And Sassy gave me the belief that I was a global brand, and whereas everything I'd done up to that point was done physically, I got into doing a webinar, and then I learned how to do group training in Zoom. And now everything's leveraged, that whole leverage progression plan piece. Yeah. So yes, my STS is way smarter. You know, I close higher. all the nuances have definitely improved. It's the same story, same person. In fact, what I teach is what I've been teaching for nearly 9 years. That's a marketing strategy, but now it's leveraged. And what it's done, it's given me a belief that I really was meant for more. And because I'm in that mastermind, and there's a lot of people around me who are doing, like Dr. Venus, if you ever came across her last year. Her and I are just like, you remember this lady, right?
Hey, Debbie.
I'm just grabbing something.
Oh yeah, they want it back.
Take that.
Yeah, it's changed up now.
Good to see you.
Good to see you.
Sorry to disturb you.
Oh, I just.
No, you're fine.
Right.
Where was I? Yeah, just I remember meeting her, and I followed her for a while, and she ran up to me and gave me a huge hug, and she said, "Oh my gosh, it's finally I'm meeting you," and I'm like, "I'm finally meeting you." And we both held each other up, like right here, is like, I want to be like him, and I'm like, I want to be like her.
Oh, I love it.
And yeah, that's what it's done for me. Is it's given me a whole new arena of possibility and authentic connection.
That's inspiring. You know, I was listening to you on stage, this last time, and really trying to hone in. Like, I have, I guess, my own leverage progression plan for how I'm going to continue to grow. And, you know, you can't plug into everyone at once, but you know where you're going to plug in. And looking at what you offer in the social media space, it's so needed, Jonathan. Coming from my world and my background, I have all these things going on, but I don't see the success that I really want to see. And I'm not hard on myself for it, because I'm really, truly just getting to the place of getting started where I'm fully believing in me. Like, I'm going to let corporate go, and I am going to go all things Yolanda, like really getting my belief system there. But what has really been interesting is I don't like social media. I'll go out there.
Out of here.
No, you know why? It's a change of mind. So I've been serving in some capacity of full-time ministry since I was 20. Okay. So in my faith and in the Christian church, in the way that I serve, you are taught, do not boast in yourself.
Yeah.
Do not put focus on yourself. Remain humble. So to see your face splattered everywhere and to kind of shift that mindset that I'm still offering a message to the world was so not comfortable for me.
I understand 100%.
And I'm still trying to get there. And then
okay, let me just ask you a question.
Okay.
How did Jesus preach?
How did he preach?
Mm-hmm.
To the people everywhere he went. He had a message.
And he just told stories, right? The parables.
Yeah, he told a story. Yeah, he was the greatest storyteller in the world. Yeah.
And do you know, if Jesus was here, and you know when it says in the Bible that when Jesus comes back, the whole world's going to see him come back?
Yes.
At the same time, in my brain, I've been scratching it for years. Like, how can we? But now with the internet, hello. So if Jesus was here today, you know where he'd be?
He'll go live.
On Facebook Live.
That is so funny.
He absolutely would.
He'll go live.
You just use the tools that you have. I mean, at the time that he came, the Roman roads, the whole Roman Empire was the right time, because that message could go all around the world as fast as possible because of the Roman roads. And I actually use that in my talk. I say, social media is the most important development on the planet since Jesus and the Roman roads, because now we really can reach all mankind.
Okay, I'll agree with you there. I do. Touche. I agree there. I've been playing with it though. I've been getting more comfortable. And, you know, Lisa says, change your audience. That was key for me, because when I came back from LA in October, so my husband is our minister of music at our church. And he's also a pastoral candidate, getting ready to ordain, start our own ministry one day in the future. I'm not rushing that. And we have to have the leadership conversation of, we're going to launch a new business. I'm going to be offering coaching, and it's going to be a paid for service. And we knew it could be kind of controversial, because you have this great following and people are used to you ministering coaching for free.
Yeah.
And that has been, you know, the biggest realization, that I'm going to have to build a different following. I'm going to have to position or have people attracted for a different reason, and position myself differently. So I was really like this when you were on stage, like, yep, I know nothing. Yep.
You realize.
You want to be amazing. I Googled for like 3 hours, like, okay, I got to set up a Facebook business page. What do I need to do again? I mean, it is amazing. And you get to the point where you're like, I don't want to spend my time on this, you know? So I really do.
You still need to be in one of my workshops.
I'm going to be in one of your workshops. Absolutely. 100% I am. So I'm going to finish this website. I have a commitment with LaShawn Holland. Did you meet her at Sassy? Well, she's there. I'm headed to one of her workshops in.
What does she teach?
Say that again.
What does she teach?
She is. Her program is called Born to Multiply. You're gonna remember her.
She's in the mastermind.
She's in the mastermind. This is how you're gonna remember her. She got up to the mic and she said, "Hi, Lisa. I'm LaShawn, and I launched a campaign on social media, only thinking I was gonna get 300 people by December, and I had 700 people in 1 month, and I made $48,000 from the campaign."
Oh, here she is.
There she is. Okay.
So tell me a sentence again.
So she has a program called Born to Multiply. Here's the Cliff Note version. LaShawn came from a 16-year-old mother, 18-year-old father, had to put herself through college, came from nothing, was told she was going to be nothing, decided that's not what the word of God had for her as a promise, studied all kind of financial principles, and broke the multi-million-dollar level. She's expected to hit $10 million this year. So she teaches others like me, how do you stop? Like, you got all of these avenues going, and it's not that you're not prospering because you're not making money. You don't know what to do with your money once it comes in. And she's very right on that, because I don't come from a background of wealth. So I know how to save money. I know how to not get in debt. But LaShawn was saying, but you don't know how to make it multiply so that you can go further, faster. So my husband and I agreed that we would take that program so that as I continue to build, we are investing in a smart way.
Yeah.
That we're, you know, progressing in life. So she's my last commitment. So I have my website, I have LaShawn, and then it's just nothing but turbo building after then. I'm going to get in one of your workshops. Like 100%. I'm not even, no joke. I am. I'm going to get in one of your workshops. So when I probably kick off my next round of group classes, that'll be an investment that I'm going to contact you and make. I got a plan. Like, I got a plan for things I need to do. Yeah. But LaShawn is awesome. And
I don't know if I know how do you spell her name?
LASHAWN. No, LASHWNE, Holland. HOLLAND.
Oh, okay. I know her face, but I really don't know her at all.
My good, she's so quiet.
I sent her a friend request recently, but she hasn't accepted it. Because
she's finding herself. Have you heard of Maniac?
I wrote to her. Funny enough, I wrote to her on Monday, and I said, "A new sassy family member, welcome." And she hasn't replied, and she hasn't accepted. But yeah, I don't think I know her at all.
So
but I noticed she
was saying she needed to get into the Facebook group, and I was like, LaShawn, you need to really connect. Like, you're not connected. Her mentor is. I was really surprised when I found out she was in Lisa's program. Have you ever heard of Marshawn Daniels? Well, Marshawn Daniels has a program called Speak or Pay.
Mm-hmm.
Very similar to Speak to Sell.
Oh.
Marshawn has been on the scene for a couple of decades herself.
Uh-huh.
Her and Lisa have a lot of similarities. I think Lisa, I like Lisa's product better, just to be honest. I can't put my finger on why. Maybe it's because I'm so invested in it already. But anyway, LaShawn is under Marshawn Daniels, but she was seeking something else herself, and she ended up investing in Lisa's program. But her children have been on like Shark Tank 2 and 3 times. Their products have been purchased. She is like a miracle story. I love listening to her testimonies.
Don't know her at all. But funny enough, I reached out on Monday. So
maybe she'll answer. She
that's funny.
Yeah, she uses Manny app. I think it's called Manny app. So when you join her Facebook following, she sends you a link.
And yeah. Manny Chat. I think
Manny Chat. Yeah, every day you get something in Messenger, and that's how she's running her communications.
I hate them.
You hate it?
I don't want to be the old guy who's just like, in my day, we didn't do that, but I struggle with it being very authentic, and it just goes against everything I try and do. Because when I write, it's me, and yeah.
You want something fresh every day?
Well, I don't want everything. I don't want something every day. I unsubscribe in a heartbeat because it's just too much. But when I send a messenger, it ain't no chatbot. It's me. Yeah.
I love that. I love that. Yeah, that's what makes.
I'm not against it, and I get it, but yeah, I don't get it.
Yeah, I joined it. It ran for 7 days, and then you're done. After that, you're in the funnel, and it leads up to a strategy session or offer. That's what happens.
Of course, I mean, that's the way business gets done. I get it. I'm totally fine with that. But these chatbots just drive me nuts.
I love it. Hey, love what you love, hate what you hate.
To me, this is how. I mean, this is not necessarily how business gets done, but this is how relationships get built. If business gets done, great. If it doesn't, that's fine too. I mean, there's plenty of business for everybody, but I would much rather spend a little bit of time on Messenger, build up a rapport, meet somebody and went, you know what, I'm going to reach out and actually jump on the phone or Zoom and get to know someone. So I'm much more about just listening to my inner man and just seeing who I really want to connect with and get to know and love. And that's what I do.
Awesome. So Jonathan, tell me, which one of your services am I going to get the most value out of immediately? You got a lot.
I do.
Services. Yeah.
I mean, I always, no matter what program people buy from me, I always put them through Social Media Bootcamp.
So that should be where I start.
Well, no matter how much you spend with me, you would be in that. And the next live one of those, I think, is April 2nd, I think.
Oh, okay, cool.
That might work timing wise.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm just about to launch next week a group program, which is just for 10 people, which includes social media and content, blogging, writing, and public relations, and everything that we do for our VIP clients in a done for you high ticket. We're going to do, but in a group setting, so that you have your website, you have your blog. We're just going to teach you how to leverage it properly and use it, but without doing it for you. That's a killer program, and that's our signature program, and that's where people get the real results. Where some people come along and just like, I don't really have time. I'm already doing what I do. I just need you to learn who I am, amplify my story, and do it for me. But that's not what you want. You want to be out doing it, I think.
Yeah,
for now, so successful that you need to get somebody else to be your,
Yeah, I think for now I need to stay connected.
Of course you do.
Connected to it. But I have so much to learn in this space. So I'm gonna go out here and see. But April the 2nd, that's actually pretty good timing, because we would have wrapped up Martha's conference. I'll be back from DC. We don't travel for Sassy again until May. So that's not, how many weeks is it?
5. And
Five?
it's live. It's not. There's no recordings. It is recorded, but it's me, like literally me teaching.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah,
Oh,
everything I do is live. I mean, I'm just all about that authentic connection.
okay. Okay.
Yeah.
How many days?
So it runs over 5 weeks. So it's 2 sessions a week. So 1 hour of me teaching and 1 hour of me hosting live Q&A and hot seats.
Okay.
So it's very easy to fit into your week. And which time zone are you?
Eastern.
Eastern. So for you, it would be 5 o'clock for one session, and we may move that a little bit. 2 o'clock would be the other session as it stands right now.
Okay, those are both good. I can, my calendars are flexible. Okay. All right, I'm gonna go in here. I'm gonna look at some stuff. I gotta get my social media stuff done.
If you wanted to, I mean, I don't know how much of a self-study person you are, but I literally just finished this course Tuesday. The last course is just finished.
Mm-hmm.
If you wanted to enroll early, you could jump into the academy and go through it yourself, and then be able to join our live Q&A courses, classes every Thursday at 10, because they carry on. But I'm not delivering it live again now until beginning of April.
Okay, so these are two separate ones, right? No. This is the same program.
The same program. It's just I mean, I literally had just finished it this week, week 5. That was on. Thank you. I had 27 people through it this time. It's a great number. And yeah, I'll do it again. I do it about 3 or 4 times a year.
Yeah, so I'm a pretty good self-study person. I got my whole master's online.
You're an angel.
I got pregnant, had a 3-year-old, and I was pregnant. So I was like, yeah, I'll finish my master's online. So
I have a degree in divinity from the Church of England, or the Episcopalian Church.
Mm-hmm.
And I did that. I started it while my wife was pregnant with our firstborn, and I did it for 4 years. And then by the time I finished, we had 3 children.
Yes.
And a full-time job. Yeah. Yeah.
Bless you. All right. That sounds like something I might be able to swing. I need to talk to Darian about it. Darian is level, because he keeps me from overcommitting myself, because I'm the highly driven type A, and he is the are you crazy? Which one though? What should I read on the site? Is it on your website?
Yeah, under programs, it's called what is it called? Social Media Bootcamp. Oh,
the Social Media Bootcamp. Okay, cool.
That is it. All right. I don't know if we've actually updated the dates, because we only agreed them yesterday, but that is the full course. And it's all, we have our own academy. So all the worksheets, the videos, the homework, it's all in an academy, and people get that when they join. And typically they join me live for the teaching. So the teaching pieces are pre-recorded right now, but that's so new. But the virtual coffee, which I host every Thursday at 10 a.m. Pacific, so 1 p.m. your time, is where I do the live hot seats with people, and you could jump straight into that.
Okay, Jonathan. This is.
I'll be ready when you're ready, but you could.
Yeah, I wrote it all down when I was at the when you were there. Martha and I was talking about it, because she was saying how tired she was of the things she was doing, and I told her, I said, because we're working too hard. We don't have a system. We really don't have a system. She's been at this a lot longer than me.
I love her.
She's so extra. As a matter of fact, I need to call her today. She's so extra, but she's been at it a lot longer. But she said to me one day, she was like, I'm tired of it. I'm tired of the so she said, I'm tired. She said, I'm sick of social media. As a matter of fact, somewhere on her Facebook page, she posted a doggone video saying, I'm sick of social media. I said, Martha, why would you say that on social media? Like, what is wrong with you? You nuts.
Oh, bless her heart. I gotta call her and encourage her.
Call and encourage her. I think she loads every Sunday night. She takes a few hours and try to write all her original content, or use her copywriter and get everything loaded and do it through Hootsuite. But it's still not like all of the elements that you were talking about from stage, and that's right here in your program. we're not targeting those areas like that. I know we're not.
And that was like a 10-minute ending of a 1-hour talk that, gosh, that was so hard to do. But it was fun. I'm glad I did it because I got great critique. But
all right. Awesome. All right. So I know you will be here.
I'm always here, my friend.
I want to say I really appreciate you following up with me.
Oh, you're welcome.
Laying your eyes even upon my content and the work.
Sure.
I even said to Kim, who's working on my website, she said, when will you have an answer? I said, Friday after I talk to Jonathan. And she said, I get it. She's coming. She's going to come as my VIP friend to Lisa's last event. She's been waiting for it. So I said, Friday after I talk to Jonathan, I'll let you know if you pass this test. So I'll tell her she kind of passed a little bit.
I like the design elements very much. I think the key messaging is where the opportunity is. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
So, do you want me to send you links to those sites I just showed you?
Yes.
Okay, one sec. I'll drop them in the chat box and then you can open them up. Okay. Just to give you an idea, so you could go back and look at them again.
Okay.
So that's Jennifer's. I shouldn't really send you Dory's because it's not live yet.
Okay.
If I send it to you, don't tell her, okay? I mean, it is live. It's on the internet, but we're not. It's not
live. I know what you mean.
Yeah.
It's what we call in IT the ghost live. It's out there, but we hope no one knows it.
I know, hey? So I mean, all the meta description tags and stuff, they're not complete yet because it's still on our server, but yeah, so it's not finished, but it's close.
Okay.
There you go.
Thank you.
You just click on those, they'll automatically open before we finish.
Yep, I got them right now. Got them. Put them in my OneNote.
Hey, blessings on your day.
Thank you. Blessings to you too. I will be in contact with you. Again, I really appreciate your time. I don't take that lightly. So I say that with all sincerity. I just really appreciate it.
I appreciate yours too for squeezing me in.
I'll tell you this 20-second little spurt. I met this guy. He was an apostle of a church last April. And he said to me, are you and your husband traveling a lot at the end of the year? And I said, no. He said, good, get your vacations done because somewhere around October, your life is going to change. I pay him no attention, right? I heard him, but I was like, okay. And he said, he was like, you're going to be doing a lot of traveling. God is about to reposition you. You're going to meet, he said, people who are going to expand you and stretch you in ways like never before. And God is going to automatically draw people to you of like faith.
Amen.
Yeah. So every time I talk to you and Annette or Debbie, I'm just like, oh my God. Like, I get it. Yeah. I can say that to you. I know you get what I mean. So,
I 100% get that. Yeah.
All right. Give your wife my love. Have a wonderful weekend.
You too. Enjoy.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye.